This is Junk Drawer, aka JD. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Anyways, the moment I saw the headline of this article, for some reason I get these feelings, and usually my feelings are right. There's something weird going on. It's right as we go through this article. Here we go. This is from The Hill. Texas Lottery Commission Executive Director resigns by Lauren Irwin. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Ryan Mindell, the executive director of Texas Lottery Commission, has resigned effective immediately, as a release from the agency said this Monday. Ryan Milden notified the Texas Lottery Commission board of his resignation, effective today, April 21st. Robert Riviera, the agency's chair, said in a statement. Riviera said, Sergio Rey, the agency's chief financial officer, will be the acting deputy executive director of the Texas Lottery after Mindell's resignation. The board said it would consider a selection process for a new executive director at its next meeting, which is set for April 29th. Riviera's statement did not say why Mindell submitted his resignation. I wonder why. Let's see. Mindell took over as executive director after Gary Grief, I don't know if I pronounced your name right, uh, resigned in April in 2024. Mindell and Grief were criticized after an increase in a third-party lottery ticket courier, and a single group bought every ticket combined possible to win $95 million jackpot in 2023. The Texas Tribune reported. I wonder why he resigned and then this guy resigned. Quite interesting. I think we know the point. That's why I said I sense something, and whenever I sense something, I go and look into it. Now, you might say, oh, maybe you heard this somewhere. No, this is the first time hearing this. His resignation comes a day after the New York Times released a report examining how state officials invited the 2023 ring. The Times noted in the report that Texas Governor Greg Abbott, Republican, and the Texas Rangers are investigating, and both the state House and Senate have examined the issue in addition to the media reports on the matter. Wow, basically the media did probably most of the work on this one, and you are resigning. Quite interesting. And the previous head, executive resigned. Quite interesting. What happened there? Who knows? All it would take is to get some account information and see where the money's going. But there's a possibility. The smart move was they invested into a company that's not even attached to that other company in the UK. And, you have to prove that they were doing something wrong. Like they say, there's an old saying, criminals got to get lucky every single day. And the police and FBI and the rest of them just got to get lucky once. So hopefully their luck runs out. Colossal Bets, a British bookmaker, worked with lottery.com, two firms, to buy every combination of possible numbers for the 2023 jackpot and ensure they would win. They could only do that through because the lottery officials looked the other way in the case of violations, the Times report. The State House budget passed the chambers with zero funding for the Lottery Commission for the 2-year spending cycle that begins in September. For the lottery agency that brings in $2 annually to the state treasury, the House budget could mean it would be out of business later this year. Austin American Statesman reported. Most of the funds raised by the lottery go to public schools, but when lawmakers set the budget, funding to the Foundation Schools Fund was fixed, no matter how well the lottery performed that year, the outlet noted. Look, this is my take and my opinion on this whole situation. First of all, hopefully, if they did anything illegal, which it sounds like they did, allowing a third party betting process to get in, buy tickets. So now people in the UK can buy lottery tickets. So Now our lottery jumps up from like 200 million. It's like the win the jackpot is 200, and the total population of the UK into that, because that's how the numbers work. You have to add in the total population. So let's go UK total pop. 230 million people. Now you just added 68 million people to the gambling pool. Because they do it this way, it's a pretty exact estimate on like what people would play, how many people can play. And so now that you added 68 million on top of 230, you're looking at 298 million, give or take 300 million. Now your odds of winning has just decreased because you just added 68 more million people. Now, I understand not all 68 million people played a lottery, but don't forget there's about 300 million people in the US, 250 to 230. So not all 200 million people played a lottery. The amount of tickets they purchased, though, is close to the 230 million tickets. So now your odds of winning has even gone down more. There's less of a chance for you to win by allowing these third party bettors. Now, here's even the more dangerous thing. Not every single lottery allows this, and some lotteries even have rules against it. The thing is, though, states like Texas, they allow it, and there's other states that they allow it. Now you're looking, you could have the UK, right? You got them in here. You could have Germany, France. You can even have the Ukraine. You can have multiple countries doing this, and then multiple countries around the world doing this. And now our lottery goes from 230 million, or added with the UK, 290 something million, maybe 300, to maybe half a billion people. So now your odds are even falling lower and lower and lower. These third party bets should not be allowed, period. And here's my other thing is, some lottery winning jackpots that are not collected, and let's say it's in the state of Texas. I don't know about Texas, but some lottery winning jackpots that are not collected, just to give an example, this is alleged because not all states do this. Some states actually put it back in. The jackpot is then sent into their tax system to fill holes and gaps, or the excess money goes to schools. I'm against this. Look, hey, schools, you need your money. You're getting your money from the tickets. But when a jackpot is not won, someone won the 100 million, excuse me, someone wins the 100 million, and then they don't collect it in the time frame allotted, that 100 million needs to go back into the jackpot. The moment everything is cleared, it needs to go right back in the jackpot, because I did not pay $2 a ticket for them to take that money and then go use it for something else. No, it needs to go back into the jackpot. And some states that won but no one collected do not put it back into the jackpot. And that's a video for another time, but this is the video I'm working on. Yeah, the moment I read the headline, it's like it would have read like this: Texas Lottery Commission Executive Director resigns due to health concerns. Texas, or it would have read Texas Lottery Commission Executive resigns due to family matters. But when you just put that as the top heading, you know you're going to get people wanting to read, because I already knew something was going on. I can't say 100% for sure I knew exactly what was going on, because I didn't. This is the first time hearing this. But once I read that title, I already knew something's happening, something's not right. Let me read this article. This is Junk Drawer, aka JD. Thank you for sticking around this long. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you did like this video, like it, subscribe if you want more. I'll be making more videos as we go. I used to have more videos, but I actually got rid of a lot of them because I'm using this channel for my social experiment, but I'm also doing videos because I need to get videos on here. Again, I shouldn't delete the old videos. I regret that now. I'm using this channel for a social experiment. The links will be down in the bio. You can always just check it out. It's a GoFundMe. It's good versus evil. It's my take on the world because of things like this. There's multiple things, not just this. It's the uprising of the people and the crime going on around in the world. All the illegals being allowed in intentionally to destroy societies that have a good moral foundation. And then people try to point at other places like Poland that has a strict border policy. You can't get mad at them. Look, their crime is practically non-existent except for their normal crime, and they're getting rid of that crime by simply helping people out and taking care of people. So, anyways, I'm going on the rant. If you liked it, like, subscribe, share. I'll see you on the next one.